Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a review video of the It Cosmetics CC cream. So there's two different CC creams. There's a hydrating one and a matte one. I have the hydrating serum one. So I have worn this a couple of times before, and spoiler, I really enjoy using it. I think it's really good. I'm going to give a little demo of what it's like going onto my skin so you can see what the coverage is like, and then I'm also going to do a wear test for the rest of the day, and then at the end I'm going to do kind of like my full thoughts on the CC cream. So first up, let's talk about the packaging. I really like it. I think that it's so handy that it's so like small and thin. I really like that you get a pump with it. I think that's great. The fact that it's plastic, it's really easy to kind of wash and travel with. Yeah, I just really like the packaging in general. I think it's really good. I have this in the shade Fair, so I'm going to pop that onto my skin now so you can see what it's like. I'm going to use a damp beauty blender with it. This is the one from Aldi. I have also used it with a brush, but I just prefer the finish of a beauty blender. Okay, so this is one layer of it on. I definitely could do with a slightly lighter shade, but to be honest, like, it's grand. It's not that, in real life it's not as kind of obvious that they're so different. I think what I'm going to do is layer it up one more time just so you can see how kind of full coverage it can get, but this is what it's like with one going of it. And again, that was only one pump that did my entire face. So you actually only need, like, I've only put half a pump on there because I don't really need to cover my full face properly. So I'm just putting a little bit of extra product in the areas where I need extra coverage really. So that is what it's like with two layers on. So I'm just going to do like a quick close-up so you can see exactly what it's like. That's exactly what the coverage is like. I think it's really good. You can see how it's like settling into my nose. It's definitely not necessarily, it's not covering any of like the blackheads and stuff that I have here, but it's also not like highlighting them. I definitely think you can see that like my face and my skin is a lot more like the skin tone is completely evened out. I'm going to go and do the rest of my makeup now and I'm back for chat in 2 seconds. Okay, so this is as much makeup as I'm wearing today. I'm only working in the house, so I don't need to have any more makeup on me. I have a tiny bit of bronzer, eyebrows and lips, and mascara of course as well. So I just wanted to give you kind of my thoughts at the minute. So I just wanted to give you my overall thoughts on the CC cream. As I said, I've worn it probably about 3 or 4 times now, which isn't a very long time, but I feel like, to be honest, my thoughts on it aren't going to change anymore because every time that I've worn it I've had the exact same experience, so I don't think that they're going to change anymore. So that's why I wanted to film the video. I'm also going to do, as I said, a wear test today. So it's 20 to 9 in the morning now, so I am going to wear this until whatever time I'm taking off my makeup after work, and we will see how it lasts. One thing I will say, like, it looks so dewy and glowy, and I personally really like that. And me though, it feels a little bit tight. Not necessarily tight, but like it doesn't feel like I have like a hydrating foundation or something on. It feels like I have like a mattifying foundation on. I know it's not a foundation, but like with the coverage and everything, it basically is a foundation. So for me, definitely I was right in getting the hydrating one, and I don't think I would have gotten on very well with the mattifying CC cream, so I'm delighted I went for the hydrating one. This, by the way, I bought when I was in America. They now have it in Boots and Arnott's here in Ireland, but I bought this when I was in America because it was just easier. Yeah, it has the SPF 50, which I'm really happy about. Yeah, as you can see, like, it definitely makes a massive difference to my skin. I feel like my skin still looks like my skin. It just has better coverage and like an even skin tone. So I'm really delighted with the coverage of it. I think that it's really nice, and we will see what the feeling of it is like. I definitely know from wearing it other days that after a couple of hours it definitely melts into my skin and it doesn't feel dry anymore or like tight anymore. So I think maybe it just needs a little bit of time to like sink into my skin and mix with like my natural oils, and then it will be good, or like then it will feel really nice. So this is what it looks like now at 20 to 9 in the morning. I will check back in probably at my lunchtime, and I will check back in then whenever I finish work, and we'll just see how we're looking. At the minute, I just think it looks dewy and glowy. I'm not going to powder, by the way. The only powder I have on my skin is a little bit of bronzer. I'm just going to see what it ends up looking like in a couple of hours. So yeah. Okay, so it's now lunchtime. It's 1:15, and I just wanted to show you my foundation now. Or not foundation, I know it's a CC cream, but I call it foundation because it's as if it's basically a foundation. So I am really impressed by this. One thing I will say is that it has oxidized. I don't know whether it's showing up on camera, but like this is definitely a lot darker than it was when I first applied it, and it was already a little bit too dark for me when I first applied it. So that is just something to be aware of. It does oxidize a little bit, and the light shade is too dark for somebody as pale as moi. When I'll take my glasses off, so you can see that like obviously my glasses have made a little imprint, but that's fine, that's totally normal. I feel like the CC cream is just really dewy. Like I might look like my skin looks really oily, but it's not actually oily, it's just a really dewy foundation. I do think that like it hasn't started to break down anywhere on my face, and I think that my skin just looks really dewy and healthy, and I really like it. So what time did I start this morning? Was it 8:30 or 9? We're 4 hours in, and 4 hours? We're 4 hours in, and I think it looks really good at the moment. I will check in again after I finish work, and we will see where we're at. So it's now like 10 to 6. I've just after finishing work, so I said I'd do another little update. I have to be honest, I think the foundation still looks really good. I know it's not foundation, it's CC cream, but I still think it looks really good. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see it, because I am getting oily now around my chin, and I'm getting oily kind of around here, whereas where my glasses all day you can definitely see the little indents, but I'm guessing you get that with everything. Today's my first day wearing glasses, so I have no idea. But I'm assuming it's the same with everything. It's starting to break down very slightly around my nose area, but this is kind of the situation that we're at. You can see that it's starting to break down around my nose. It's quite oily, and I don't know if you can tell where my little glasses have been. Down around here, it's definitely lost a little bit of its coverage, but I have been like this all day, so that makes sense to me. But in general, this is nothing that a little bit of a top up, or even if I had powdered it, I honestly don't think we'd even be in this situation. I'm really happy with it at the minute. So we're 9 hours in. I'm definitely going to wear it for another hour or two. I'll check in just before I take it off, but I'm really impressed so far. Like my forehead looks perfect still. The tops of my cheeks and stuff here look perfect. Honestly, the only place that it's actually breaking down a little bit, the only place it's even breaking down is around my nose and around my jawline, which is where every foundation breaks down on me. So that's nothing new to me. So yeah, I'll check in like another hour or two whenever I'm going to take my makeup off. So it's much later on in the evening now. It's 25 to 10. I've been wearing this makeup for, if I put it on around 8:30, this must be like 13-14 hours that it's been on my skin. So I have this light here. I got it in Aldi recently. It has like a mirror, and then there's like a kind of ring light on it because obviously it's like it's 25 to 10, so it's pitch black outside. So I'm just going to use this to look at my makeup properly, and hopefully the lighting isn't too bad for you. So can I just start off by saying I have satay on my cheeks. This foundation has held up so well. I'm aware that I look really oily around here, but as we said in earlier clips, that's nothing a little powder wouldn't fix. It has definitely worn away and like broken down a lot around my chin and a lot on my nose, but they're like where I get the most oily anyways, so that's what I expected considering this foundation's on me like 14 hours now, which is mad. Again, it has worn away around my jawline, but like it's still like, it is still there and it is still providing coverage. Again, my forehead looks pretty much perfect. I actually can't cope with how good this makeup is for like 14 hours. Oh my god, look at the bags under my eyes. I'm so tired, I need to go to sleep. But yeah, this foundation's incredible. I know it's not foundation, it's a CC cream, I know, but it is honestly so good. Like I know it's €50, I know it's expensive, but holy shit, it's so good. This is definitely something that I would bring on like holidays with me, or if I needed something to last me this long. Usually I wouldn't have a foundation on me for 14 hours. If I was wearing it to work or whatever, I definitely wouldn't have it on me this late. I only left it on because I wanted to see how long I could last kind of without. I wanted to basically just put the CC cream through its like paces today, but I'm gonna go take this off now. I'm gonna do a face mask and have a quick bath and relax and watch the latest Shane Dawson The Mind of Jake Paul series documentary part thing. So I'm gonna go do that, but let me know down in the comments if you've ever tried this foundation. It's incredible. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This foundation, as I said, is €50. It can be bought in Boots or in Arnott's, and in America of course it can be bought in Sephora. But yeah, I really like it. I highly recommend it if you are in the price range for a high-end kind of foundation. It's definitely I think worth it.